What's going on, guys? So in this YouTube video, I'm going to be going over two different trades that I took today, trading ES futures as well as Apple calls. I'm going to show you exactly how I made over $1,500 today in about 30 minutes of the market being open. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So I'm going to start with the ES futures trade I took today. Now, I typically trade ES futures while looking at the SPY chart. It just makes the most sense for me, and it's how I trade. So looking at the SPY chart here, if I go to the plan that I had today, I had this big yellow zone here as my pivot. Price had a mini balance zone. So I'd be looking for a stop hunt below that balance zone. Longs targeting 414.50. So what happened is right at the market open, price came down. We actually dipped all the way down through it. At that point, I wasn't even looking to get bullish at all. And then what I noticed what happened was that price ended up slowly drifting up. And I realized that because if you look at ES futures here, get rid of this zone, you can see that this was the CPI announcement here. So there was very, very crazy action coming into the market open. We had a huge sell-off. I'm sure a lot of people were bearish. There was a lot of shorts involved. And so I knew that there were a lot of shorts who were trapped. And so when price started slowly crawling back up here, as soon as we got above this 411 area, that's when I decided to get long with ES futures. So I only got long one contract. I wanted to get more with MES contracts to get full size. I ended up just going up all the way without me. So what happened was as soon as we got above this 411 price area, if we go to the rectangle here, you can see that we had this 1 minute demand form here. And so what I did, as soon as we got above here, I got in long on this candle here, put my stop right below, and then my target was up around the gap fill area here. On this push up here is actually when I got out, so I can show you the execution here. So I'm going to go over the Apple trade in a second, but for now you can see ES got in at 442 and then out at 447. It was around 13 points on that trade. So 442, 447. Again, I am currently in Greece, so that's why it says 942 down here and 442 on my Thinkorswim. But 942 right here, so exactly on that candle. We held that demand, had a nice push, 947 on this candle here. As we were approaching this gap fill is when I got up. Now eventually did hit my first target of 414.50. I wish I did have more size. Obviously I would have held and it would have been a really nice gain. But unfortunately I didn't have that full size in there. But overall, very, very solid trade, about a 2R trade, risking about 7 points to make 13. So overall, very, very solid day with SPY. Now we can go ahead and look at the trade I took on Apple. So coming into the market with Apple, there were two different things I noticed here. I'm going to go on a 30-minute. If I go to the chat room here, you can see also watching Apple longs. You can see a nice balance zone on the profile here. Also 4-hour demand right at the bottom of balance, which should act as support. I said I like it long at 151 for a scalp. If I look at Apple, right at the open, the low here is actually exactly 151 if you look at it right there when I hover over this candle. So beautiful, beautiful entry. You can see we bounced off this 4-hour demand zone that I had marked here. So we had this, small consolidation, this huge move up, a lot of institutions in here. So I knew that if we came back down, there were going to be strong buyers. If we also zoom out a little bit and look at the 30-minute, we can see that there's a pretty nice volume balance zone here. And typically at the edges of those balance zones is when you'll find a lot of sellers and buyers. So coming into the market, I had those two different confirmations. And so obviously you can see right off the bat, we got a nice dip to that 151 area. Ended up going all the way up 152. Took my first profit, I believe, right here as we pushed up. As again, I was looking for a quick scalp. So if I look back, quick in and out, not interested in swing trades until this gap fill all the way down here. But overall, very, very solid trade. Let me show the executions here. I think I got rid of the executions, but either way, you can see ended up making $742. I believe I got out. Oh, here it is. Okay, so yeah, got in right here at a price of $297. I got 10 contracts. Right as market opened, we went lower, and I ended up getting out half at $350 at 445, which is right here. Yep. So right as we pushed up above that high, took profit there. And then if we go back and look at that again, I got out 3 more contracts at 447 and then the remaining 2 at 503. 447 would be right here. So again, as we kept pushing up, I took off a few more and I only had 2 more contracts as runners. which I held for a very, very nice profit all the way up here as we approached this gap fill here. We pretty much tapped it and went all the way back down. So I did get out at a really good price. But overall, very, very solid day, totaling just over $1,500. All it takes is one ES contract and 10 contracts on Apple. So not a lot invested into this trade. But overall, very, very solid day. So you guys can see how I use supply demand as well as my balance zones. If we go back to SPY and these pivots that I have, I just make my trading very easy just by saying as long as we're above here, I'm going to be bullish. If we're below here, I'm going to be bearish. Looks like now we're below it, so we'll see if we can get a sell-off. But I'm going to be done for the day trading. Also, keep in mind, both these trades I was done within the first 30 minutes. So if I go back to Apple here, you can see, where was it? Yeah, we hit our first take profit down here in about 18 minutes of the market being open, and then up here around 33 minutes after the market open. So overall, very solid day. Only took 30 minutes, and very happy with how the day went today. So if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a comment. Let me know other videos I should do. Remember to subscribe, leave a like as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video.